What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Sam Adams, and welcome to The Drop. This is basically a weekly series where I go through the new video game releases. This week, on Tuesday, October 21st, there's kind of a limited list of stuff coming out, so it'll be a pretty quick drop. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first off, we have Scapegoat 2. Basically, this is a side-scrolling platformer, and honestly, I hate to throw games under the bus before I play them, but this is nothing we haven't seen before. If you miss this one, you're not going to be missing much by my viewing, angle, my perspective. It doesn't seem to be much to write home about. You play as a goat and you have to solve small mini puzzles to get through. It's kind of like it's a puzzle game, and you have to get through certain areas of the map by standing on a platform or making blocks move to a platform, stuff like that. And, yeah, so this one's coming out, and, it'll be okay, but it's coming out on Tuesday, October 21st. Next up, we have F1 2014. This is the Formula One racing game for hardcore racing enthusiasts, it appears to be. I played a few of these back in the day, and they never really did anything for me. Number one, because I was about 10 when I played these, and number two, because I have never been a really big racing game fan. So whenever these come out, I'm just kind of like, but hey, if you're really into racing and you like the Formula One race car kind of lifestyle, then this is definitely one you should be picking up. Coming out on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, this is a racing game that will definitely be good on older generation consoles, considering that neither of them have really significant games coming out, and the last Gran Turismo bombed terribly. Hopefully this will redeem the racing genre on the old last-gen consoles. As a side note, Need for Speed Rivals Complete Edition is also coming out this Tuesday. The Complete Edition is basically a repackaging and a redesigning of the graphics of Need for Speed Rivals for the new generation consoles, for those of us that don't have old generation consoles to play the game on. This is a pretty good idea on the developer's part. I think EA has a lot to do with that. But, whenever you switch over to a new console and your old favorite racing game is on there, you kind of want to bring it over. So Need for Speed Rivals Complete Edition is coming out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One this Tuesday. Next up, we've got Fluster Cluck, a PlayStation exclusive, coming to the PlayStation 4 this Tuesday. Basically, it's kind of a Crash Bandicoot style game that involves a lot of arcade shooting and going around a map collecting various yard animals. I believe in the trailer I saw a cow and a chicken. It might have just been a chicken, I'm not really sure. Unfortunately, this doesn't look like the kind of thing I would be into, because as I've aged, I've kind of gotten more into shooters and action-adventure games and, kind of hardcore stuff as opposed to the Crash Bandicoot style stuff. But hey, if you are really into that go-kart style feel, if you're a fan of Mod Nation Racers, you will definitely like this one. It is coming out with the rest of these again this Tuesday. Next up, we've got The Legend of Korra. This is a game based on an anime TV show. I actually haven't had the pleasure of watching it, but it is from the same people that made Avatar, and it is actually tied into the universe of Avatar. So if you aren't familiar, Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the most amazing television shows, cartoon, etc. You know what I mean. Things that has ever been made. It aired on Nickelodeon for quite some time, and I remember loving it very, very much, so I'm sure I would really, really like The Legend of Korra. But the game is coming out this Tuesday, and yeah, so it's based on the TV show, and if you like The Legend of Korra, then you'll probably like the video game. That's about all I can say about it. Finally, the one that I'm the most excited for this week is Shadow Warrior, coming out on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and I think a few other consoles, but I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. Shadow Warrior came out a while ago. It's kind of an older game. It's a cult classic FPS game, and it is made, this is why I like it, by the same people that made Hotline Miami, Devolver. I absolutely love Devolver Studios. Thank you for making these games. I probably, unfortunately, won't be able to pick up Shadow Warrior, but there is a heavy use of a katana in multiple games. Think of it as kind of a Duke Nukem style, but hopefully it's going to be better than Duke Nukem. The one thing I can say, though, in the trailer, it looked like the katana slashes do not match up with the wounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you slash a katana like this, then they'll chop like this. It's kind of a janky system. They might have fixed it, and it might just be the trailer, or I might have just watched it wrong. But regardless, if Devolver made it, then it's obviously going to be a pretty fun time, because, again, I love Hotline Miami so much. So that about wraps it up, gang. This week is kind of light on the releases, but hey, that gives us time to refill our wallets for the remainder of the fall season. If you like this video, please drop me a like down below, give me a good rating, comment what your favorite game is that you are looking forward to this week, and if you get a chance, head over to my channel and check out some of my other content. I post a lot of videos, and I almost guarantee you that there is something you'll find entertaining. So again, thank you guys for watching, each and every one of you, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.